Oh, what do you say? What do you see? YouTube, huh? What's going on? Yeah. All right. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. Even though there's no one here at the moment. I'll do a bit of noodling on the guitar. I thought you might be sick of seeing me playing Resident Evil, struggling with the puzzles and stuff. Stuck inside the police station in Raccoon City. Myself and the fucking Mr. X. Mr. X gonna give it to you, baby. Then I took a trip down to the sewers. Took my pants off. Started working myself a say. And I bummed a zombie. Alright guys, Ocean Campbell, good to see you, mate. Sean Heen and Connor Quinn tonight. Thought I'd just play a bit of guitar off the crack, just jam up with you. Because a couple of boys was, oh, Durkin, man, oh, Maloney, oh, fucking Resident Evil's boring, man, don't want to see you doing that. How's everyone doing, man? I had a pretty productive day, did 4 loads of laundry, changed the bed sheets. Stuff that the old lady would have done and I would have taken for granted back in the day. Kevin E. Murphy, Pauline Shannon, Oisin Campbell, any can say. Yeah, midweek chats, man. Yeah, maybe just have a little chat with the lads. I had a couple of themes, couple of talking points written on the back of a piece sheet of paper. That's how much I think these streams through. No, that's a business card. I did a bit of rock karaoke the other night, which was good crack. I sung "Let's Dance," put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Bounce jump. Trusty old bed sheets, Ben Daly. Not for there's no fucking action happening in them, I tell you that. That was a picture my daughter drew for me, a little hair sheen there, if that makes you up. Kept that in the pocket. But yeah, today I must make some ideas. Corona snitches. I want to talk about those people. Social media and iPhones destroying society. Outrage culture. The origins of outrage culture. Social media, Instagram. Yeah, so I've got it all up there. So I heard that in Missouri in America, there was a lot of people got pissed off because apparently it got leaked that there was people snitching on other citizens who were breaking the curfew, and then it got leaked, and all the people who snitched, all their records got leaked, so they're getting slaps, man. And even if they don't get slaps, they'll be fucking shunned. Because snitches get stitches, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, what is what is the limit for snitching? Do you know what I mean? I think obviously if some Herbert's been touching up the kids down the road, you're like, snitches. You can snitch on them or give them stitches. But yeah, that. So it was not. It was not. I had something to say, but it's gone. But Corona Karen, thanks very much, Sean. Yeah, like what the fuck, man? I mean. I was on Matt Cooper of The Last Word was on Twitter today, and I was angling for a bit of Twitter beef today. Do you know what I mean? I think maybe one of my aims for this year is to try and get kicked off Twitter, just because it's just become like a community square where people just come on and start complaining and giving out about stuff, and you can see people who are trying to. There is an awful lot of town square virtue signaling, like, look at me, I'm doing my best. Just people who they don't do fuck all in real life. They don't do any charity work, or they don't do any. I don't think they do much to help other people. Oh, fucking Lown Dorman with 5 bells. Fair play to you. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you, my man. Fionn Dalton, all the boys, TQ. Jonah Anderson. what's their gain for snitching? You'd think. Yeah, as I was saying, like this tweet with Matt Cooper. He goes, this 18-minute video should clarify things. And I was like, all right, we got Matt Cooper, works, he would be, for all intents and purposes, a mainstream broadcaster. And you think to yourself, all right, what's the video about? The video was about, I don't know, if it was a doctor or some fucking egghead fucker, yeah, who was saying, it's not about catching, I was thinking, it's not about catching the corona. It's about not being an idiot and give it to other people. So if you look pound for pound, if you look at Sweden, which has had a very, very liberal lockdown, let's say, compared to all the other Scandinavian countries, it's a little bit over double the population of Ireland. I think maybe including Northern Ireland as well. And deaths per million, I think Sweden was on something like 337 and Ireland was on 257. So for a country that's completely fucked its economy and kept everyone indoors indefinitely versus a place where you can go down the shops, you can go to the pub, go swimming. You know, the gyms are open, but like it's not regular hours. You're thinking to yourself, like, you know, like the repercussions of this are gonna be felt down the line. But then I seen I wish I could get the video up, man. I should have downloaded it. But this guy was a Dublin guy going past the pub in Temple Bar, and there was a lot of people in the pub having great crack. And I looked at these lads in the pub and I went, fucking fair play, boys. Now you're going to be subjected to overpriced drink in Temple Bar. But what's a pub, asks Sean. How you mean, hey? So, so basically, the boys were having great crack in the pub, and then this guy was, look at this fucking guy here, look at him, look at these fucking muppets in that fucking pub, shame on them, fuck these assholes. And I was just like, yeah, man, I've been going to the pub for the past 2.5 months, a good few times a week now and again, you know what I mean, really getting stuck in, and thank God I'm grand. I don't know anyone else who's got sick. It's just about, you know, you're better off exposing yourself to these germs in the environment. So I sing a song about the snitch and the pub. Can someone give me a chord between Shawnee, preach to the masses, my man. Thank you very much for the super chat. How much actually goes to Google? Google, their motto was don't be evil. Now why the fuck would you say such a thing? Stick it up your bum. That was the don't be evil and stick it up your bum, which I might just develop into a song. Okay, E. You think E is a depressing chord? This. Well, I smoked me a bowl and it was a laugh of Indian Kush in a bubble bath. I said a bowl, yeah. I smoked me a bowl, yeah. Smoking bowls is what I do. Sometimes I was gonna say poo, but like, you know, I thought it was better than that. I end up saying it anyway. I know Shawnee in Chicago now, he loves to smoke up the moon rocks in the gaff, yeah. Blink 182 about the pints. What was it? The pints, they're cool. I'll drink them like a fool. She left me high nose on the stairs. I'll drink it, but it's kinda shitty. Love me some IPA, chicken wings. I'm not gay. Keep your tits still. I'm in your grill, and that will go on with Louis C.K. Yeah, 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 yeah. When's Louis C.K. coming back, man? That lad was fucking brilliant. Louis C.K. I was listening to this Come Town podcast, which is fucking hilarious, man. It's just so outrageous. It's like it's nice to hear lads who don't hold back, man, because I've been holding back on a lot of shit over the years, man. Because it's like gotta hold back or you'll get some soft cock, cherry picking things you said. But I don't give a fuck. They can suck my nuts, put my dick up their fucking ass. And I'm not even into that. Do you ever bum someone? Yeah, it's funny the way I keep talking about bumming, man. It's just become a thing where it's just so outrageous of a concept. I was thinking about doing a Photoshop of just taking Bill Gates and just like I don't know, being dressed as Rob Halford and just having like Bill Gates on a chain go, "Shut up, Gates, or I'll bum ya." With a picture of Mr. X just in the shadows like this. Mr. X gonna get you. Louis C.K. is doing the rounds in NYC. Look, I don't know what the fucking crack is because you know the whole Me Too thing, man. It got fucking well out of hand there, and all the big offenders, Woody Allen, Spacey, kind of got away with it. Really, he came out and said he was gay, which everyone was like, "Oh man, yeah, but I'm gay." It's like, yeah, mate. Being gay is no excuse for buggering young bucks, and you know, which I was glad that a lot of the gay community came out and they were like, yeah, "Fuck off, Kev, you're not one of us, mate." And yeah, Epstein's Island, man. There goes the fucking video. Probably gone into a limited state now, but all you need to know, he was on the plane with Eggstein. And that's not good. And no, there's no excuse for bumming lads, man. You know, I like the way Stateside came up there. Stateside, Stateside's been sending me a whole myriad of crazed ramblings from the heat of the night, and he's really pissed off with Chinese people at the moment. He's like, "I'll kill a Chinese person for this." I'm like, for what? For what they've done to the economy? Like, it's not the fucking Chinese people. Though I do have reservations about the Communist Republic of China, the CCP, or is it RPC? No, the PRC. People's Republic of China. They make our electronic goods. People's Republic of China. You make our PlayStations and mobile phones. Our hand whiskers in the kitchen, our steely knives. Our glasses from IKEA, we drink from them. You make light bulbs too. David Icke is a sound man. He's got funny hands. He's got arthritis. Ooh. Seen Stateside eat a whole Chinese man in turbot curry. You know, you keep writing lyrics and I'll sing them. You ready? Why are you English? Why are you English? 'Cause I was born over there when I was a baby. My Irish parents were probably far off related. Because the bike was just invented by Sir Walter Raleigh about 80 odd years ago. Before Brian May, severe accident or severe bumming. I got an accident. Oh, you've got to give it all. You got Brian May took something up his bum. Mad Lib's job. The man turned out to be Irish. Well, 90% of Chinese restaurants take away your eating closed and still haven't reopened since this cracker started. What about the Chinese restaurants with the Kung Po dog and the satay sauce? And the 3-in-1 chicken balls with rice and curry chips. I remember going to Emperor City across from the Russian Dove. They used to sell the worst fucking red wine. It was called Sud. They mean South in French for any of y'all motherfuckers who went to school. Smoking bowls is what we did and act the motherfucking fool. Johnny Logan job. I'd say, Brian, mate, I just had a fit of coked up midgies. Classical gas man. I'm on it. Diddle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Fuck it, hold on, man. Okay. It's like trying to, that's the same mental process as that fucking Resident Evil code I was trying to crack last night. I just went on for 7 moons. Once, twice, 3 times a lady. Cracking codes in a box, playing the remake of Resident yeah. Brian May punched a badger over a 10 spot. This is Shady Ganley's Menacing Beats Live Lounge. Hiya Martin was Chris's natural accent like. Can you do an impression? Oh, I can do that. Yeah, it sounds like this. Thanks very much. Thank you. Thanks very much. Oh, Chris. Where is Chris? The prepubescent lad from school. Oh, he was funny as fuck. Played Resident Evil 2. And he said, Martin, have you seen this game? It's called Resident Evil 2. I've got the final boss on my memory card in school. He's a right funny fuck. He says stuff like, have you seen Out? Have you heard Out? He says these kind of things. He was a big Leeds United fan as well growing up. He's good old crack, mate. Good musician is Chris. He's solid. I remember so many times I said to Chris, can we get a band going? No. He was a funny one, man. You know, we were going to move into a place in Galway once. And he came down and literally it was the first place we looked at. It was a house and we're like, that'll do. It's like 2003. And or maybe the beginning of 2004. And then he just like, there was a landlord, I won't mention his name because he'd be like, there he is, the fucker. He didn't pay the rent. And it wasn't me who did the runner. It was everyone else. And I was the only one who actually paid the rent up on time. I think Owen was good at it, but I think it was my sister bailed and this English guy called Glyn who just fucked off he just went back to England and didn't pay the rent. Oh, and he was from like home first. He's like, I got the rent. I have to get onto my mum. I ain't got the money. And then he just pissed off back to England and left a lot of us in the lurch. I've stolen your money. Who was older? Me. Chris is about 2.5 years younger than me. It's mad that he just up sticks and moved to Mayo with no Irish. No, his mum's side of the family are from Charlestown. Same town as the Oasis boys. I'll have you know. Oh yeah, Alex Hurley, hey, any crack? The bacon strips, the man who could take on an army. Oh, straight up, no man, not me. Alan Dardis is after you. The boys are back in town. I've got to tune this up first, give me a sec, because she's a bit out. I'm actually playing a gig tomorrow in a rock bar called Anchor. It's the first time I've played there, but I was in there last week and I was like, what are you doing for entertainment, man? I'll come in and play a few tunes. Couple of sheets in the claw job. So I should actually be practicing it. I seen there was an advertisement yesterday. It was like, do you want to learn how to play guitar? And I was like, these guys are any good? I'd be like, yeah, man, I want to learn how to play guitar. I want to play like Nuno Bettencourt and just be like, do all that kind of legatos and all that crack. Achill Island is closed tight. It's a fucking hellhole, says Oisin Campbell. Oh, the Leb are back in town. The Liso Estate bad boys, yeah. Should we change it to the Leb are back in town? Just got back today. The Liso Estate bad boys that have been away. Man, I tell you, they was hard, they was crazy. I mean, they was creaming. They used to wear Berghaus fleece jackets, spray away gear and kickers shoes. Man, they used to wear Kappa and LS, and they were so fucking menacing. The Lab are back in town. Like Jack Russell snapping at the heels of a Rottweiler. I used to go to St. Mary's Roman Catholic school. We go to youth club and we think we're pretty cool. We used to wear LS gear. Over in Ireland they had this shitty ripoff called X-Works. Yeah, stay tight, ate the Chinese man. Jack Russell's. All right, Graham, mate, you're very welcome. Here's another one. Okay, I screwed that one up, sorry. I am also a songwriter, but my problem is if I need people around who will be willing to record and put stuff together and have enough time, because I'll start writing a song and I'm like, fuck, I'll do like 2 verses and I'll be like, I'll finish that later, and they just end up in the vault of songs that haven't been worked on since. Probably got about 50 decent beginnings. Eddie's Girl, hey. Lovely bit of tunage. Thanks very much, KV. The big bad devil Frenchman. Blubbered like a baby. The big bad devil Frenchman. It's me, the big bad devil, wicked Frenchman. What are you gonna do about it? Jack Russell's snapping at the heels of the Rottweiler. Stevie French, I'm talking Stevie fucking French from Cool. I always wear the suit down, always wear. That's a lovely motor. The 730 is 730. It's a workhorse. Always driving around with a shooty. Gonna bring it on home, bring it on to Norris Green. I'm gonna bring it on home, Ludo and Tiddly Wings. Call me the tax man, that's what I do. Taxing all the drug dealers in Liverpool. In my soul, in my kokoro. Bring it on home, bring it on home. Yeah, lads, I'll do it this. We all went down to Frenchy on the lake that joins the Mersey to watch Brookside the lost weekend. It had Barry Grant. For anyone who doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about, the lost weekend. I've lost a couple of viewers cause they're not privy to Stephen French. Smoking a bowl, yeah. Smoking bowls uptown. A lovely bit of coin, yeah. Rattling the cage, man. I'm fucking rattling the cage. I'm fucking rattling the cage. I really wanna get banned off Twitter this year. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Twitter, it's just fucking crap at like. Anytime I try and like promote something that's like 4 likes, what's the fucking point in this anymore, man? Subterfuge, your misdirection. Thank you very much, Phil. Appreciate that, lad. Howie Amen, good to hear some tunes, Martin. Listening here from the end of Nimmo's Pier in Galway. You actually on the pier, are you? Peer pressure. Just triggered some guitar store PTSD in a few that. What was that, Lauren? Just triggered some guitar store PTSD. Oh yeah, as in the old. Fucking hell, I'm a bit rusty on that one. There's a lady who knows in the guitar stores are closed. With a word you can get to Cavan. Graham Russell, you're very generous for the immaculate Stephen French number. It was much a pleasure, sir, I'm obliged. Ooh, and I'm buying a 730D. Ooh, I always wear a suit, Danny. 2 of me own best allies. Ooh, you can see the jealousy just oozing out of them. They're not coming for me for Ludo and Tiddly Wings, yeah. I used to work in a fucking guitar shop myself, yeah. I was really good with the customers, but because I had to guest log in, all the sales went to all the other lads in the shop, yeah. not getting down on the floor, Stephen Finch. Phil, Jimmy Page, lovely guitar player, dodgy character. Yeah, I'm surprised he never got fucking Me Too'd or U-Treed. He was doing some dodgy stuff with Laurie Maddox. I couldn't even imagine hanging out with women sexually over the age of 20 now. Never mind fucking 15. Only thing you're missing now is Smells Like Teen Spirit and pulling out the stops. Oh, you mean the old? That's just a fucking D sharp. Yeah, that's it. Peter Townsend, it was a shame to find out my guitarist was one of my favorite guitarists was pinched for looking at research. Why the fuck would anyone look at that shit? I don't know what the fuck is wrong with going to looking at that shit for. Maybe I'm playing the guitar a bit loud with the lights on. It's not dangerous. Chuck your lore now. Entertain us. I feel. Yeah, you get the crack. Bit of on it. Wonderwall, the old. That's always one. If you're doing a live gig and you're losing the crowd, you're like, oh, fuck, here we go. I'm going to pimp my ass out with a bit of Wonderwall. It's always the old. Today was gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to me. Even Liam doesn't like that song anymore. Kenny Jones. He's got a lot going on. Do you know what? I want to show you. I haven't figured out. Actually, I was gonna try and use OBS, but I still haven't figured it out yet. I don't think my the computer has enough RAM in it, to be honest with you. But I want to show you this, man. This is for you, Kenny Jones. This is one of the best fucking things, man. As Danny Dyer would say, lovely. Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones. You're gonna like this one. This is fucking. Fucking YouTube's gone awful for adverts lately, man. It's just not even fun. Richie Manic TQ. I have to sit through. Look at this. Some cheese bullshit. Oh, look at that. It was so funny. Look at. Oh, Simon Cowell. That Louis Walsh few times.
Someone else who's dreaming of a yes is 32-year-old Stephen from Coventry.
This guy's brilliant, man.
My ultimate dream would be to, try and launch a career, try and sell as many records as possible, try and get high in the album charts as well.
Get high in the album charts.
Tour, and whether it's a UK tour, whether it's a world tour, and that's my dream. The thing is to be confident, walk in there normal, don't look frightened, because they can smell that a mile.
He's got a good game. He knows the crack. He's done this before.
And see how you do. Me and Mrs. Jones, we've got a thing going on. We both know that it's wrong, but it's much too strong.
He's fucking brilliant,
to
man.
let it go now. We meet every day at the same cafe. 6:30. I know she'll be there. Holding hands, making all kinds of plans. While the jukebox plays our favorite song. Me and Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones.
Stephen, you've got one of the weirdest voices I've ever heard in my life.
It is a bit strange.
It
is a bit strange.
A bit strange. It's really weird.
In what way?
Bizarre.
I think
Have no
to be honest with you, I
power
think
in
it turned
your
Simon
voice.
Cowell on. He was like, "Oh, like, give me his number later." Steve from Sheffield, I love Eminem. I would love to be like him. I've been protested against. Big and size, being protested against. Why are you here out of interest? I want to win the X Factor, which is looks, personality, character, and the talent. All right, off you go. Man, this dude, as I said before, I nearly got him onto the first series of Hardy Books for the look-like competition to play Eminem. Mom's spaghetti. That's right, Max, mate. Steve, he knew well what the crack was, man. And he comes back again with his woman.
Vanliga kex sa du? Nej, det här är frukt, spröda och goda kex i många olika smaker.
I won't pay for YouTube either, man. Fuck that. They've taken enough of my hours.
Well, a lot of people compare me to Eminem, and that's great because Eminem's one of our biggest idols, and
I'd like to be like him.
I wish I could be like him. I've been demonstrated and protested against wicked sounds, wicked sounds.
Hello. How are you, Stephen?
I'm great.
Brilliant to be here.
Brilliant to be here.
Why are you here out of interest?
Why here?
Which is what?
The X Factor is looks, personality, and the character.
Talent.
Okay, all right. We're going to find
I
out.
love the attitude, man.
But anyways, what's up, man? How's your daughter? I know you probably hear this every day, like your biggest fan. I even got the only girl who was scared. I got a room full of send pics, man. That fat. Anyways, hope you get this, man. Hit me back. Just
Wiser than Hovis.
This is Stan.
1 out of 4.
1 out of 4.
He's still got the confidence. Looks, personality, talent.
Looks like a lad I went to school with called John
I
Callahan.
mean, just awful, really.
Just awful.
Yeah, honestly.
I've been so different.
I heard.
Been told different by a lot of people.
Not by a lot of people.
What do you
What
think?
do you think?
I agree with him.
I'm speechless.
You're not talented at all at performing. You should find something else that you enjoy doing.
Well, whatever.
How do you think you did?
May I have your attention, please?
I'll have to fucking pause that bit because this will get put into an old copyright job. Pigeon House. No, I worked in a guitar shop in Sweden called Four Sound. I was like one of the last in. And he had the confidence. Oh, man, Stateside was on X. Oh, man, Stateside was once on X Factor. On the English, obviously, and he met like Simon Cowell and all them. But it's gone. But it was under like Stateside for X Factor for. I hope to God I can find it, man. I forgot about this. I actually, for real, Stateside was on, and he sung "Take Me to the Bridge Downtown, Take Me All the Way." X Factor for Stateside, please. Please. I don't know whatever happened to that, man. Maybe it's here somewhere. Just a load of fucking knobheads. Do you know what I mean? Just loads of different hopeful assholes. Yeah, but if I could find that X Factor for Stateside or X Factor for Miller was the other one. But that was before he was in Hardy Books. So X Factor Tom Miller, maybe. Please. Do you know what? That is disappointing. But myself and the lads used to always, that'd be one of our things where we'd sit there watching X Factor videos, like me and Owen and all that. And one of our favourite ones was this one, which was like, from the moment I wake up, I put on my makeup. Yeah, that and Ant and Seb. Whoa, mysterious girl. When they brought them on the Extra Factor with those really hot, like Bayesian-looking women. And they were just doing a real nice slow dance beside him. And come on, move your body. Them was good times, man. Stateside invented the twerk. He fucking did. It was like being punched by a fart. Was it BGT or X Factor? What's BGT? Stateside's a dodgy hard man. I seen him threaten him to bum a lad up the town. Oh. X Factor never reached the highs of Eurostar and the talent of James Gilban from Ackle. I actually met James Gilban once in a music shop in Castlebar, and I was like, geez, James Gilban, oh, how's it going? You're in the Hardy Books, is it? It is, yeah. He goes, Mysterious Durkin, why can't you see? Oh, wait, was that Mark Roberts? He was another guy from, he was in Eurovision, he was from Cross Malina, apparently. Oh, Britain's Got Talent. Cheers for that, Shawnee, yeah. That was X Factor. He probably could have went on with his pool playing. I can get a century break, Martin. I watched that part over and over like 10 times when I first saw it. It was hilarious. Oh yeah. What was it? What was it? There's a line where they're in the he's like a fucked up Moomin Papa. Whatever happened to Seamus Mortimer? I've never seen an angry man. Salmon! That came out of nowhere, man. I was just like, look, can you do, can you, Michael Brown, his name is, can you really bollock him, like, and he was like, and he's so professional, man, you know what I mean? He's completely not like that in real life, which makes him even better playing the character. And he's like, would you like me to I do it. I won't tell him I'm going to do it. I'll let the shock ring out. And he's like, Salmon! And I remember after we did it, I felt bad for Salmon. I was going to go, Mick, I don't know, man, I must give him a ring. Maybe I should ring him now and just say, hey, do you fancy coming on the show? Maybe I should ring him. I spoke to my dad the other day, actually, and asked him would he be on the podcast. But it would mean I'd be able to do it anyway. It just takes a couple of minutes to sort out. Some fellas in dinosaur costumes put an image of Simcard's robot costume on Britain's Got Talent the other night. Shows full of crackheads. Yeah, is that still going? Is it? They're still showing that, or maybe they had it all pre-filmed and cut together. Gas man, pints and crack. I tell you one thing, Uncle Mick, he fucking loves the pints, man. I mean, he has a fondness for pints on a John B. Keane level. I watched them Danny Dyer UFO videos the other night. That's some mad crack. Oh, it's brilliant, man. So is it a lot of lads running around with boards strapped to their feet, or is it that mob up there? That's why he just called them a mob. Like they're a bunch of fucking East End cockneys like Lenny McLean, the governor. Salmon getting motorboated, funniest shit ever, lads. Oh yeah, it's fucking brilliant, man. I love the way we have it from both angles, where you can see me just organising it, going, yeah. Pre-film, but then there's meant to be some live performances coming up. How the fuck they're going to do that? Well, hopefully they'll probably get a bunch of lads to go over with hazmat suits to people's gaffs and be like, what a song I've ever heard. It really, Big Brother was the kind of... Oh, Ona McDonald, are you ignoring me? Oh, what? Danny Dyer watching in Stockholm. Ona in the chat, please welcome Ona, because she is a fucking absolute superstar. I met Ona in 2002 out in Greece, and we've been fucking tight as a duck's arse ever since, and Ruth Tweedale. But yeah, not only did we watch Danny Dyer's I Believe in UFOs, we watched Danny Dyer, Who Do You Think You Are? And he finds out he's like 23 generations back related to Richard III or something. So you're very welcome, Ona. Fair play to you, hey. Are you wise? Could we get you on the podcast? Who on your podcast? Fucking why not, man? Why not? Any old few bob in it, is there? Salmon gets all the birds except for Avi McCall. That's Eddie's bird. Fair play, Angel Rodriguez. Come here, Angel. Hey, are you from Chile? Because one of my best mates is Rodriguez. And he's a good lad. Her man. He is a good man. He is a very good friend of mine. We met at Swedish school back in 2004. And he calls me Legato Campo, the country cat. Get Ona on the show. Yeah, man, fucking Ona, can I ring you for the crack and get you on for a chat? Give me a yes there. All right there, Kev Johnston, mate. Kevin Johnston. Why can't you see? Mama Duck is some woman. Tell you one thing, man, she's fucking well stacked. Eugene is a great man for the porter and such a gentleman too. He really is, man. He is Eugene once said to me, we were talking about, because he's very fit, you know what I mean? He's in solid shape. And he goes, now I tell you this, Martin, now, I tell you this now, if you're fit for anything. And that's the fucking credo I live by. Credo style. Bus fur to New Brighton, Kev Johnston. Oh, hey, lad. It's Noreen. Noreen had she had 2 more kids since, and she did pursue a bit of an acting career for a while. But see, the thing is, in Ireland, like it's a closed shop. That's where we started Hardy Books, because like, look, well, we haven't got a fucking pissing chance of getting on TV the conventional way. So we just did our own thing, and even at that, there's always been a lot of industry snobbery. Like they can't ignore us now. But like, I think for a long time I got typecast as Eddie Durkin, and they were like, there are those guys that do that thing, that weird thing from Mayo and RTE. I don't know why they gave them the money for it, but I just don't know. They're weird, you know. I don't get it. And myself, we were watching it there the other day with Brian Ormond and Pippa O'Connor. And even though Pippa O'Connor went to college for a full year with Maloney, when he met her one night at this bullshit RSVP award ceremony back in 2011, she pretended not to know who he was. And I was like, oh, that's how it is it? Cool. And then me, her, and Brian Ormond all had like a fucking 69 kind of thing where, yeah, it was mad. RTE Sheriff Bastards, Stanley Park Law. Oh, they laws. BBC, quite handy for a teenage girl show in Derry. That Channel 4, actually. Limit order trading. I'm cracking up. Hey, that's the fucking way to have it, mate. That's the way to have it. And hey, look, lads, don't be afraid to throw a quid or two at me, because I'm the fucking all my guitar work has gone out the window. I'm not panhandling, but just saying. If you're feeling generous, you can throw a quid to me. Did you ever get a ride from a BBW and blow the beans? I did. Throw an old thumbs up as well, please, lads, just to let YouTube know that I've got a loyal. Do you know what? I like this. I like YouTube the most because it's you know, getting to know all these in the chat, and you're a good crack. Whereas I was on Instagram, there'd be all sorts of people having a go, going, "What's he on about, man?" I see the thumbs going right up there, lads. Liam, fair play, mate. That's very kind of you. Very kind dudes. Tell us if Vinnie Maloney should. Hey, owner, do you know what? Let me get you on. Let me get you a Barry McMahon, all right, lad. Have you a tip jar set up? I don't, mate. I've just got the super chats, but if anyone, let me see. Bear with me now, Lars. Kenny Jones, mate. Thank you very much. Foo Fighters. Yeah, you can actually request songs and I'll play them. That's a fair reward. Let me see. Bear with me. Really want to get this. What you call it? This thing set up. Fucking OBS. But I probably have to get a new laptop. I put Hardy Books in there. I don't know why I did that. Don't blow the beans on me, you're already a dick inside my ass. I bombed you. That was a Blink-182 song there. It's, I think they had to change the lyrics for commercial reasons. Let me see. We got the old fucking... I mean, like, I've got a Streamlab link as well, but I don't really use that much. But... you can, Angel Rodriguez, thanks. You're from California. My mate loves BBWs. Who doesn't, man? Who doesn't? Or as Tommy Boo would call them, brick houses. Foo Fighters, okay. Do you want this one? Or do you want this one? Like Paul Kappa. Funny enough, I was talking to me, my cousin's husband, and he was like, I'll have to take you down to the cabin to see Paul Kappa. Kenny, which one do you want, man? Do you want Learn to Fly? Do you want Cactus Rider? You're a fucking sweet. Great crack, lad. How about some Easy E, Real Mother on G Style, but really anything. I'll do Kenny's one first, and then I'll do I'll do a bit of Warren G, Regulators. So, Kenny, mate, Learn to Fly. Okay, here we go. Everlong, Eos Buzz, Dublin Grannies. Owner, I'll get you on after this. You'll have good crack. Go and tell all of the angels this could take all night. Gonna need a devil to help me get things right. Hook me up in new evolution, 'cause this one is a lie. And the last one died. 'Cause I'm looking for the sky to save me, looking for a sign of life, looking for something to help me burn out bright. 'Cause I'm looking for complications, looking 'cause I'm tired of trying. Make my way back home and learn to fly. Dave Grohl on the dole. Jared E, man. Seen you today. Think I'm done nursing the patience. It can wait one night. Give it all away if you give me one last try. We live happily ever trapped if you just save my life. Go and tell all of the angels it's alright. 'Cause I'm looking for the skies to save me, looking for a sign of life, looking for something to help me just be make things right. 'Cause I'm looking for a complication, looking 'cause I'm tired of trying. Make my way back home and learn to fly. Make my way back home and learn to fly. Yeah, sorry. Fly on with me, I cannot make it alone. I try to make this world my own. Fly on with me, I cannot make it alone. I try to make this world my own. 'Cause I'm looking for looking for the sky to save me. Looking for a child. Oh, yeah, you get the crack. I fucked that one up because I start. This is what happens to me sometimes. I'll be in the middle of a song and then the mind will wander. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm playing. Sometimes this happens on stage. Okay, The Long Road to Ruin is a fucking good one as well, Lucy. Fair play to you. Peter Hancock, thank you very much, mate. You're a breath of fresh air, man. Keep it up. I will indeed. Like these streams are good crack. Like this is like one-on-one where I'm not distracted with shooting. Mr. X could get you, but Cactus Rider. Right, I'm gonna do this for you now. Are you ready? Hold on. I always do it in Angel Rodriguez. Thank you very much as well. Alison Jane's Ganley menacing beats. It was a clear dark night, a clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets, trying to consume some skirts for the eve, so I could get some funk, chilling all alone. Just hit the east side in the LBC, on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. See a car full of girls and you need to tweak. All your skirts know what's up with a 2-on-3. So I hooks a left on 2-on and Lewis. Some bullets shooting dice, so I said, let's do this. I jumped out the ride, said, what's up? Some bullets pulling gas, so I said, I'm stuck. Glide and swerve, these suckers looking so hard, straight hit the curve. Won't you think a better thing than some horny trick? I see my homie all up, suckers all in his mix. I'm getting jacked, I'm breaking my sweat. I can't believe they took Warren's wealth, they took my rings, they took my Rolex. And last the brother said, damn, what's next? You're up and they're all around, these suckers doing straight pound for pound. I always fucking forget this bit around, but motherfucker, I pulled out my gat, latest busters down. They got guns to my head, I think it's going down. I can't believe it's happening in my hometown. If I had wings, I would fly. Let me contemplate. I glance in the cut, I'ma see my home neck. 16 in the clip and one in the hole. Nate Dogg is about to make some bodies turn cold. They're yelling on the top and it's a tad bit late. Boy, talking Warren G, gotta regulate. Now, Nick got the freaks and that's a known fact. Before I got jacked, I was on the same track. Back up a cop cause it's on N-E-T-E and me. The Warren to the G. Just as I thought, they was in the same spot. In need of some desperate head. Nate Dogg and the G-Child were in need of something else. One of them dames was sexy as hell. I said, ooh, I like your style. She said my car's broke down and you seem real nice. Would you let me ride? Got a car full of girls and it's going real swell. Next stop is the East Side Motel. If you know like I know, you don't want to step to this. In the G-Funk era, funked out with a gangster twist. If you smoke like I smoke, then you're high like Shawnee. If your ass is the buster, 2 and 3 gonna regulate. Yeah, it was a bit sketchy. Funny, I can do that no problem when I'm pissed. Lauren Kavanagh, Jesus, thank you very much for that. No, take this before I spend it on some Rona delivery tomorrow. Any chance of some slashing conspirators? You know what? I'll go one better for you, but I'll have to get the lyrics up just so I don't fucking. Well, it's original stuff, Guns N' Roses. Okay, here we go. Get the old lyrics out, If Yeah, where's the lyrics now? It had the lyrics up, and then it just disappeared. That's bollocks, that is, man. Some other shite came up. Well, I'll get them here. Hey. Okay, here. Fuck off with you bloody. You know what really annoys me about the what's the name of that that shit? Like every time you log on to a website, they give you those cookies. What are they called? Or like the accept. What was the name of that thing that came out a couple of years ago? It was some bullshit about. Fuck it. Someone will come up with it. Dead weasels. Okay. I see your sister in a Sunday dress. She's out to please, she out to best. She's out to take, no need to try. She's ready to make. It's all easy. Everybody trying to please me, baby. It's all easy. Everybody trying to please me. Cars are crashing every night. I drink and drive, everything's in sight. I make the fire, but I miss the fight. Hit the bullseye every night. Fuck it. It's so easy. It's so easy. Everybody's trying to please me, baby. It's so easy. Everybody's trying to please me. So easy. Nothing seems to please me. It all seems alright when I fade into the night. See me into you for time. I see you standing there. You think you're so cool. Why don't you just fuck off? Fuck yeah, you get nothing for nothing. And that's what you do. Turn around, bitch, I got a use for you. Besides, you ain't got nothing better to do. And I'm bored. It's so easy. Everybody's trying to please me, baby. It's so easy. Everybody's trying to please me. So easy. Nothing seems to please me. It all feels so right when I fade into the night. So come with me. Oh, sorry. Bear with me now. So come with me. Don't ask me where, cause I don't know. When I try to please you, I ain't got no money, but it goes to show. Damn, it's fucking easy. Yeah, I haven't played that for a while, but it's a fucking brilliant song. I remember as it's Slain, I was with my mate Mark, as in, here, the Cangaff Merchant. And that came on as we were buying like 4 pints each, and we were like way down the back. We had to get to the Golden Circle for a place in Mark, and it was crazy. You couldn't get anywhere. And then I met one lad. He's like, "Fucking Eddie Durkin, man, do you want a puff of this?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Do you want a pint?" He was like, "Fuck off! I was on my way to the bar." And I'm like, "There you go, have a pint." And it was a true story. But that was a brilliant gig, man. If Guns N' Roses ever come back to Ireland, I'd recommend you see them. You've got a celeb crush on / Miles Kennedy. I always thought Miles Kennedy looked a bit like Kevin Bacon in a funny way. But a lot of people are telling me, like, I remember some friends of mine, Marco Baroni from Sicily, and another friend of ours, a guy called Henky. It's not Henky. I forget his name. Big blonde lad, Soundskin. Will come back to me later. They were having an argument once. I remember my friend Danny Moher was saying, yeah. So, Marco and whatever the fucking blonde lad's name was. Yeah, they nearly had a fight comparing Miles Kennedy to Slash and Alter Bridge. I haven't listened to Alter Bridge, though. Do you remember Liquid Television and Aeon Flux? Liquid Television. Class song. Cheers to that one, man. Missing the Rocky concerts. Yeah, man, they're good crack. Rock concerts. Can't go wrong, really. And there was the other one, which was seen everything imaginable pass before these eyes. I've seen everything that's tangible. Yeah, another one. Max knows the crack. Cause I'm a running window in this burnout paradise. Looking to the anything you better turn me on tonight. Here I am, your rocket queen. Oh yeah, I might be too young, but honey, I ain't naive. Sligo boys, muchas gracias. Thank you very much, Angel. And whereabouts are you based in California? Dahi O'Keefe. Hi, Martin. Watched everything possible from you books over the last month. Late starter, mighty. You know what, mate? I'm Dahi. Fair play, because it must be a real treat coming to this late. It's just like someone who hasn't watched The Sopranos and then they've just discovered Sopranos. I have to say, Sopranos is it is probably the best of all of the series, I think. Your man fucking George R.R. Martin looks a bit fucking dodge. The Wire is second. Minolti. Avon Barksdale. And the white lad called Frog. He looked the dodgiest because he's the kind of guy you'd see uptown. Oh, fucking Frog, why am I hot? Breakers are missing you, showing off a smile. J-Dale West, thank you very much for your contributions. And it goes a bit like this then. Said I throw myself away. They're just photos after all. I can't wash you off I can't make you hang around. I can't wash you off my skin. Inside the frame is what we're leaving out. But you believe it in your head. I can go with the flow. Don't say it doesn't matter with the flow. Santa Ana. What's my favorite drink? White Russians, if I'm getting them on the cheap. Otherwise, been drinking a fair bit of the Bulmers. It's not safe to play around. Little soldiers in a line, falling in and out of love. Something sweet to throw away. I want something good to die for, to make it beautiful to live. I want a new mistake, loses more than hesitate. You believe it in your head. I can go with the flow anymore. Don't say it doesn't matter with the flow. swallow that they stick in your throat. Tastes like gold. Oh, what you do to me, no one knows. And I really, so I just gotta get this one. Yeah, that's work on the bridge. That's another one for another. I'm still kind of figuring that one out. Stop the word and let me off. I was introduced to The Sopranos by a chill teacher myself, and a few years back passed it on to a mate, and he was more interested in the ducks, in the ducks in the trailers. How do you mind? Fuck to the offie for ciggies. Had to be done. Trailer Park Boys. They're good lads, the Trailer Park Boys. Good crack. Sound boys. Smoked joints with them on the bus last time they were in Stockholm. They're not big caners anymore, because if they were, they'd be dead. But they've got lads. There was a load of lads giving them chronic on the back of the bus, you know, but Don Vito's bottom line was impacted. That's what you're referring to. One of my Faith No More. No, it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving here tomorrow. Still, I've done everything I tried to do. You know, I big stole and I borrow. Oh, that's why I'm easy. I'm easy like a Sunday morning. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like a Sunday morning. Fucking. I was learning that the other day. Cypress Hill. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Lucy, Eleanor Rigby is actually one I used to know years ago. Look at all the lonely people. Look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in the church where the wedding has been. Lives in a dream of a Mackenzie, wiping his dirt from his hands as he walked from the grave. No one was safe, all the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? Eleanor Digbus. How about this one? There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain, so these places have their moments. With lovers and friends, I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I've loved them all. Stephen French. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you. And these memories lose their meanings when I think of love as something new. All these places have their moments with people and things that went before. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I love you. Though I know I'll often stop and think about them. Thank you very much, Angel. People and things that went before. Kevin Johnson, thanks very much, Angel. Yeah, talk to you later, mate. Go Manchester United. Oh, fair enough. She's from America. But it's nice to see her. You know what I mean? Like, it's just Man United, you know what I mean? They're basically getting a taste of how things were for Liverpool for many years. Worse again, man, Everton. Like, everyone's like, how can you support Everton and Liverpool? I'm like, obviously Liverpool my first team, but I'd like to see Everton do well as well. I'd also like to see Leeds United go up this year. Leeds United, because Tordorf got me into them with his dad, who's well passionate how the Ellen Road grew. Lee Boyer, American Pie. Long, long time ago, I can still remember how the music used to make me smile. And if I had the chance, I can make those people dance. And maybe they be Tony Yeboah for a while. That's right, Kenny Jones. February made me shiver. Oh, I'm started going for Alex Ferguson's apparently married to an Irish woman, and he's well into Michael Collins and Irish history. Seen that in the video the other day. So first to Alex Ferguson, he went right up in my estimation. Aaron McMara learned to American Pie. A long time ago, I can still remember how the music used to make the beef. Anyway, getting Roger Clark. Yeah, I've got to play the game first, but because it'll be a bit like the time when I got your man Frank Klepacki, who did the music for Command and Conquer. I spelt his name wrong and everything. Yeah, hadn't done me. That was a proper mashup. I hadn't done any research on it. No, and at the end of it, he sent me a message. I went the podcast out and he went, "Yeah, you spelled my name wrong." So when I was talking to Alex Rossino, I kept calling him Rossini. He's like, "Or is it Rossino?" See, I've done it again. I've got a little bit of small bit of dyslexia, maybe. Do you remember this one? Oh yeah, alright. Free balling inside. Somebody's hiding, drowning my icebox. Somebody's cold warm is giving me chills. Yeah. Captain Beefheart, man. Her eyes. Never watched soccer, but Rooney made me a fan. Fair play, you know, Rooney started off in Everton, and he must have Irish parents, man. Wayne Rooney, he looks Irish, and he's got an Irish name. What tune was that, man? It was it. Do the Durkin voice. How's it going? Aaronine McNamara, smoking balls on a Tuesday night. Aaronine McNamara. Does he ever work on the building sites? In 1986, not much for the chippy or swinging a pig. And you can't live without love alone. So you sail across the ocean, Rooney shags grannies tonight. Rooney and the owl one, they were bonking away in the brass house. Or be a fly on the wall with the flute in me hand. Sorry, I got a bit out of hand there. And Lauren Kavanagh, Angel sending a dono every time a message he wants to send. Fair play to you, man. Yeah, she's very kind. Thank you, Angel. That's very, very kind of you. Angel of LA. So yeah, you're basically down in LA, yeah. If my geography. I remember I was down in Santa Monica in 2011, and I met these two lifeguards, and I was like, "So, did you ever see sharks down here?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, we saw this like baby great white washed up on the shore. We saved this dude's life, man. And man, that thing looked gnarly as fuck, dude. I mean, like it was only like 3 feet long, but man, the teeth on that son of a bitch." I was like, wow. Don't go swimming round San Francisco. Sometimes I feel like swimming in SF. But I heard the water's cold as fuck and the currents are strong. But the crack is good cause there's loads of Irish over there. You'd get into a rough spot, handy enough. Yeah, I had a choice between going to Las Vegas and San Francisco. I went to this place in Runyon Canyon, and there was this owl lad in it, looked like the owl book from Dharma and Greg. And I said, what would you do if you were me, like, and you'd never been here before? Where would you go? And he goes, oh man, take the Highway 1 to San Francisco. It's a beautiful journey. It's beautiful. But I was like, fucking LA or Las Vegas, man, as well. I wouldn't mind going for like the weekend. And yeah, it was a bit fucking dodgy. And the first night was well dodged. Everyone was out to get me. That kind of way. And I had good crack though, to be fair. Don't go around squeezing those muscles. Try and do it. I'll do a song about Purple-Aki. I'll just make it up on the fly. If you've got any nice little lyrics to throw in there, throw them in. Well, it all began in the 80s in Liverpool. Rumors were spreading around as he sighed of a shadowy figure. To Purple-Aki to the tune of Here Comes the Sun. Here comes Purple-Aki. Da-da-da-da. Miss Galler is from Charlestown. Peggy. I haven't met her yet though. But he used to work in the shadows. Was he a spectral creature? I don't know. Was he like Nosferatu or the Candyman? But the Sandhill station was the destination. He would stalk his quarry, and he'd make them do push-ups on the ground. He wasn't ever in a hurry. Alright, how big are your muscles, lad? How big are your muscles, lad? Purple-Aki would say. And if they were soft and puny, then he'd call you gay. So if you ever see Purple-Aki, the best thing is run so fast away. Or you might be the victim of a muscle job. Fucking muscle job. Fucking muscle job. Fucking muscle job. Gives a squeeze of your arm and I'll give you a bifter. Gives a squeeze of your arm and I'll give you a bifter. Or I'll pinch your cheek beside your shitter. Purple-Aki in the shadows of Elston Cemetery on Seaview Road. Bag of dust. There you go. That was pure, like, I was stuck inside the same chord progression there. Purple Lucky gonna get you. Right, Oisin Campbell, good night and good bless. I'll bench press you if you give me a Tom Hank. Wow, what a trade-off, man. Just being bench pressed by a muscular, massive bastard. If you don't learn from Jaws, then you're going to get shanked by a shark in the deep sea. It's not very nice to be shanked by a shark in the deep blue sea. Do you remember that? Our angel, you're too kind, love. I'm about to drink a White Claw with a cheeky joint. You know, that sounds lovely. I think, you know what? I mean, I wasn't going to plan on it. I did like I took Quarto out for a 10K run this evening, and felt great, man. At the time, it sucked because it was freezing. I was underprepared, but if anyone has any bevies, now's the time to get it. I'll have a bevy with you, and we'll all have a little sup together because everyone's in the house, they're bored, and if I can bring a bit of crack to you, I will. I love hanging out with you guys, man. You're sound. A lovely bunch of bat. I've wanted. This is probably a close touch to one second. Oh, it's a dude, man. Sorry, but I couldn't. All I could see was the. Sorry about that. Yeah, because I could see is the avatar. Sorry about that, Angel. I thought it was like one of those American names. But thank you very much for your generosity. A White Claw, man. This is the closest thing to a White Claw you can get. Over in the States, it's like Mike's Hard Lemonade. And here, cheers, everyone. 7%. So they banned this in Ireland because they did sell it in the Roisin Dubh for a while. And they had to stop because people were getting too fucking daft. Oh, Peter Hamrock, the Hammerhawk. Cheers, everyone. I hope you're having a great time. And tell me this, Angel Rodriguez, hey, get on the old edibles if you got any of that going on. Aki's Hard Lemonade. TQ, man, you're a beautiful creature. That fucking Eastwood, mate. I'm on the Spliff Richards, but cheers, lads. Get on it, man. Self-medication. Too fucking daft, hey. Too fucking daft. There was. I mean, you could get smashed off 3 pints, which is very affordable, and the pubs wouldn't want that either. Power session. You just had a passion fruit record, like, but they're only 4.5. Those lads. These are. I remember when I moved back in 2004. Tordov came back over with me for a couple of weeks, and I had the bright idea of, because you could buy 10% lager. I think it's called like Kopparberg's Extra Strong. Oh, it's just like drinking camel piss or something. It's really like we used to drink it in the snow then sometimes because it was cheap and you just drink that. Cheers, me and my friends, love you and the boys. Man, tell your friends about the stream. It's great to hang out with people from all over the globe, man. And hopefully we'll get the old one. This has become the quote of the week. When all this shit blows over, we'll have good crack. So we'll. I want to get some gigs in LA, in Chicago, down in Miami, wherever, man. So it'd be good just to take it on the road. I'll play in a fucking cupboard, hey. You know what I mean? Just go to gaffs with lads and drink pints and play a pole. I bring Stateside with me. Stateside, his dream. I remember talking to him years ago, and he goes, "Hey, Morton, you don't understand, Morton. My dream, my number one dream, is go to Hollywood, go to the sign, and then drink a cup of coffee, and then spill it out." I was like, "And what's the rest of it?" "No, Martin, that's just my dream." I was like, fair enough. Carlsberg Special Brew. Oh, John Kennedy knows the crack. A pound of sugar in that. Purple Lucky is gluten-free. If you come to the US, you never have to reach in the pocket. Tell you one thing, the Americans are absolutely fantastic for their hospitality. I remember when I went down to my cousins in Philadelphia, 2006. Like my aunties and uncles and everything, they were coming and going, "Hey, Martin, there's some money for beer." It's like, man, that's like $600. And they would just come with like envelopes full of cash. He's just real old school. He'd be squeezing all night. Real old school, generosity. And I remember I tried to get this place called, I don't know if any of you guys have been to Philadelphia, but there's a place called Manny Unk. and it was a nightclub everyone's trying to get into. It just looked like like a bungalow, kind of a shed. And I didn't have my passport with me. I just had this Swedish ID card, and they're like, I don't know what this is, man. You can't get in. I'm like, I've just turned 23. I'm 23. Like, nah, man. I'm like, you see this? That's the date of birth, and that's the 4 letters after. Yeah, forget it. So we didn't go. Liam, the gluten sends him over the edge. I really wish I could. You know, for anyone who doesn't know who Purple Aki is, I'm gonna have to show you a picture. I'm like, instead of having like OBS, all I like the best of tech I have to illustrate is this. So it'll work, man, if you get the general idea. Purple Aki, but he was like, there was 2 different Purple Akis, I think. Aki 47. This dude here. It's like Mr. X. You see, I love this picture. Looks like he's just been caught looking at muscles. Oh, there you go, your muscles. But apparently there was like the original Purple Aki was supposed to be a guy. Oh, here it is. Akinwale Oluwafolami Oluwatopi Arabiki. Fuck me, man. That's like a quintuple barreled name. Is a British convicted criminal. Arabieki is known locally in northwest England as Purple Aki and is claimed a scoff to the cashier for asking my ID at 25. Yeah, damn right, man. Damn right. Fuck that shit, man. Purple Aki has claimed multiple times that his nickname is racially charged due to his complexion. Arabieki is 6'5" tall bodybuilder who weighs 22 stone. Fucking hell, man. 2 meters tall. So, yeah, man. If you want to put this into perspective, I'm 6'1" and about probably the weight has gone up a bit, so I'm probably about 15 stone. Oh, look, someone's confronted him. You always know there's something weird going on when lads just have like bags, you know what I mean, just holdalls. Oh, look, he's actually fucking squeezing some lad's muscles. Check it out, man. He's squeezing your man's muscle. The Viper is a power bottom. Oh, we've got another lad who's he's another one's disenfranchised with the Viper. A power bottom. The Viper's after you. Let me see. What other fucking? Let me just see if I've got some funny pictures of like nonsense, just so I can. Yeah, that's just depressing. I want to get like funny nonsense with holdalls. There you go. Nonsense. Dead weasel's nest for incentive to lose muscle mass. It is indeed, Max lad. It is indeed. Down with the Viper. I very, very nearly got in touch with him and said, "Do you want to come on the podcast?" But I doubt he'd get back to me. Yeah, funny enough, Peter. I only just said that just before I'd read that. Man, I'd love to get him on. It'd be good crack, but it'd be a bit weird because, like, I've kind of I'm not in character anymore, and I think it puts us both in a weird situation where he'd be like, "I have to break character," but we could probably do something in character. The word nonce is so wonderful. It's like, I'm getting the word nonce. Yeah, that was down the Viper. Need him on the podcast, mate. I'd love to get him on the podcast, but I mean, like, I can ask him. I will ask him, but I don't think he's comfortable with talking out of character. To be honest with you, he's very shy. Like, there's so many times back in the day when it all started blowing up. Like I remember one night we were in a McDonald's, and man, me and Owen were just getting fucking slammed. And there was some lads going, "Oh man, fucking the Hardy Bucks, man! I love the Hardy Bucks." And then one of them turns to Chris and goes, "Hey, can you take a picture of me and Durkin, man?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, and then afterwards he goes, "Thanks very much for that, Martin." But it'd be going on all the time. I was like, fuck this, man. I was like, hey, you know, that's the Viper. And they'd be like, hey, you're the fucking Viper, man. I was like, yeah, it got intense, man. Clinton Baptiste, nonce. Clip is hilarious if you've ever seen it. Oh, yeah. I'm getting the word nonce. Yeah. He's more of an otter. Do you ever get an otter box for the phone? Who chose Gaza My Story? I think, I don't know, that was just in the library and I picked it up and I was just like, fucking Gaza. I mean, how can you go wrong with Gaza? I'd love to get that story. We should listen to, you know what, while we're all here, I think we should listen to the video, to the phone call of when, during the siege of Royal Moat, when Gaza was talking to the to Newcastle radio. It's 8 minutes, like, but we can give it a bit of a touch.
On the line, we need to go back to our photographer colleague Terry. Terry, can you hear us? No, Terry can't hear us. I need to press this button here, and I think if I do that, I think Terry will be able to hear us. Hello, Terry. Hello. Now, the last we heard from you, Gaza had turned up.
Yeah, he's here with me now in the car. I'm just taking him away from the area of Rothbury. He's obviously getting a lot of attention because he's turned up, but he thinks that he can obviously help Raoul.
Right. Is there any chance we could talk to Gaza?
I said he knows that he can.
He knows that.
He's knew him for years here, Gaza.
Right.
Can I call you back 1 minute?
Right. Hello. Hello.
Right,
Paul.
he's just hang on, he wants to speak to you now.
He wants to talk to us now.
Yeah. Paul, I'll get you a cigarette here.
I'll come. Just tell him PM with me. I'll call back 1 minute. I'll speak to him. Keep on the phone.
He's just lighting a cigarette up and he's going to talk to you.
Okay, fine. Well, that's good. I'd imagine a lot of interest in Gaza and what he might be able to help with.
Yeah, apparently he knows Raoul, and he's coming over his help. He was a doorman in Newcastle, he's telling me. And he's knew him for years.
Oh, right, okay.
So Gaza thinks he can actually be of assistance. What sort of assistance does he want to help? What help does he want to give?
Okay, here he is. He's coming on live.
Okay. Gaza?
Right, Paul.
What?
Gaza?
What?
Gaza, hello.
Gaza. Hello, Paul.
Hello.
Hello, Paul. You're live on Real Radio.
Wait, I get trying the volume turned up.
Can you hear us okay, Paul?
Yeah, hang on. There you go.
Right. Hello, Paul.
Yeah.
Paul, good evening. You're live on Real Radio. I just wonder, tell us about Raoul Moat, the Raoul Moat you know.
Raoul Moat, I knew him years ago. I used to be a bouncer at Newcastle. I knew him a lot of years since I was a young kid when I played for Newcastle. He was like a gentleman. Someone must have wound him up or done something, right? And all of a sudden, I've just listened to the radio, right? I mean, on TV news.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's killed someone, and he shot two, right? And
Well,
it doesn't matter. He's killed someone, which is not nice, really. Obviously, he must have been on drugs. And he shot two people, right? Now, nice. I've heard on the news that obviously the drugs must have worn off. Now he's willing to give in. Right?
You have to point out that...
the police got hold of him. Hear me out. The police got hold of him, right? He's a lovely bloke. I know that. So at the end of the day, I think he's frightened in case he'll put his gun down. I know for a fact he will. He'll put his gun down, but I think he's scared in case the police shoot him and kill him. The drugs have worn off. All he wants to do is surrender. And when he shoots someone, I think, and kill someone and shoot two others, you may get what, 12 years, 12 years.
Paul, we don't know about that exactly, but just tell us what would you say?
12 years. It could be about 6 years and he's out. I know he's a good lad.
Well, what would you say? What would you if you could hear a message from you, Gaza? What would you say to him tonight?
Well, I think if the police go hold him, listen, I drove from Newcastle in taxi to Rothbury, cost a lot of money. I brought a dressing gown for him, a big jacket. I brought some chicken, some bread,
I know you're going to laugh at this one. I bought him a can of lager. I bought him a fishing rod. Because I heard him say the river, and I bought a fishing rod. So when we fish together, I'll have a chat with him. Give him a bit of just talk to him, because I think I'm the only man. I think I can help him through this because I've been through it.
So Gazza, are you going to go to the police and say, look, please let me help you here. I know Raoul Moat. I can help you negotiate. I can help you sort the situation out.
I've just walked to the police.
What did they say, Gazza?
Well, Terry was next to me getting photos, and the police went, I'm going to be in the papers tomorrow. I went, listen, I said, I know the guy, he's a nice guy. He said, I want to go through where I had everything cooled off.
Yeah.
I want to get through there, but the police wouldn't let us. So that was a waste of time saying, I knew him, because they would be frightened in case he may shoot me, you know? But I knew him, he will not shoot me.
Well, it's a dangerous situation, though, Gazza, isn't it?
I'm not scared of it. Hey, listen, I've just been in a car crash, hit a wall at 90 miles an hour. I survived that. I'm sure I can survive a bullet. No male look, he'd probably miss.
So what you're saying is you want to go in there, you want to help negotiate.
I'm trying to find out where he is, where the police know him. I've got a jacket, I've got a dressing gown, I've got some chicken, I've got some bread, I've got a can of lager, I've got a fishing rod. I've got my fishing rod, and I'm willing to sit down and just shout, Modi, it's Gazza. Just all I want to shout is, Modi, it's Gazza, where are you? And I guarantee he will shout his name out. I'm here. And me and him could sit and chat, have a little bit of fishing, and all I'll tell him is say, yeah, Modi, listen.
And you think you could sort it out? So
what I love about this fishing trip is it was about fucking 12 o'clock at night this was happening, so they were just going to be like rigging up tackle, casting out in the dark. It was probably near a pond or something in Newcastle. So the best he was going to get was an old carp, mate. I'll go to the end of it, right? I'll go to the last bit. You like this bit?
On a Friday evening, and the time is just after 10 o'clock.
And from Newcastle over to Rossby, and then I'm going to stay in bed and see if I can find him. And I'll tell you what, he's the only one I think I can talk to him. And I ain't scared.
Paul Gascoigne, many thanks for joining us on Real Radio tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much, and do us a favour.
Go on.
Send a check through the post. Only joking.
Gazza, thank you for being with us tonight. You're listening to Real Radio.
Send us a check in the post. It's exactly what I said when I got fired from the Celebrity Apprentice. I wonder, is that up, man? That'd be interesting to find. That would be fucking great but especially because they cut that bit out. It probably is. No, it's not. No, gone. Vince Neil on Best Arena Ever. He announces his New Year's Eve plans. Eddie Durkin on social networking.
People, Johnny. People. Is this where you talk to people that you didn't talk to in school, and everyone's kind of friends now because they're on the internet, and you don't have to see in real life.
So social media, I was right back in the day, hey. But yeah, that was an interesting thing I was going to talk about, social media. I think it's. Let me just check my notes, my extensive research here. Yeah, that's the thing about social media. It's funny how there's no jokes in it. It's just a bit of fucking musing that later, a bit of giving out and some crack. But I'd be on Instagram a good bit. No, fucking, you know yourself. And it's just fucking shite adverts and loads of people like going, kind of self-promoting, but you rarely see rough shots of people. There's an awful lot of these accounts of just like random German housewives who've just started taking pictures of themselves, and for some reason all this shit keeps coming up my feed, and there was this one like German MILF, and I just wrote, "She'd be mad for the pipe," but I didn't hear anything back, which is good. But I don't know. That was about it. I had points earlier on. I fucking forgot them. Yeah, fuck it. But it definitely is a breeding ground for narcissism. Anyway, there's an awful lot of thoughts on there. That's a concept that a lot of people are talking about lately. There's this crack of just women who go on Twitch and then they're just like brushing their hair and shit. And there are lads called simps apparently who they just pay loads of money for trying to, you know, get their pipe away from these hot birds. That's about it, really. If anyone has any thoughts on that, I could expand on that. Or any other questions? She put up the floorboards. Look at the pipe. 2 Germans, 1 cup. Fuck me. They drink the simp juice. I was talking to a girl recently who's a dominatrix here in Sweden. And, well, I wasn't talking to her, but I was talking to someone who was talking to her. But I have been talking to this girl and found out she was a dominatrix. And apparently she likes to get guys to spend... There was a mate of ours got a pair of shoes off her because she took this friend of hers out to buy a pair of Doc Martens off this guy in America's money. So this guy in America, he just spends money for her to ruin him. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to buy this guy a pair of Doc Martens out of your money. So he got cuckolded in shoe shopping, which is a bit weird. But it's amazing that people are into it. Like, do you know what I mean? It's fascinating stuff. Big Bird juice. Yellow juice, is it? Loads of money, you say? Yeah. Simps. Oh, yeah. You going to do a bit of that, are you? I heard you lived in Galway, hey? Full of interesting characters. I'd like to see some of this. Actually, I probably wouldn't because I probably end up getting stuck into it. Like the time when I bought this, I was looking to buy Command & Conquer and I couldn't find it. So I bought this like Command & Conquer Tiberium Wars once. And it was like this turn-based shit. And I was like, this is crap, man. But it was like some sort of shit game you get in your mobile. Like, but I was like, I got fucking hooked and started putting proper money into it. I said, what the fuck am I doing? And I'd be leaving conversations with people and sneaking off to use computers just to keep it going every day. And one day I was just like, mate, you've put 100 quid into this now. It's complete fucking... I may as well have just spunked that on hard Johnny or shelved the pillow too. All the chav kids from school are all on TikTok. Yeah, what is all this TikTok crack, man? I sound so old when I say this. This old TikTok stuff. You know what I mean? Young fellas. Nurses and fucking NHS staff dancing around with fucking dummies on their shoulders pretending that they died. Tell you one thing, all these medical staff, man, they're fairly choreographed at the old dancing. Interesting. Isn't TikTok just short form? What's the short form for? Stay away from TikTok. Schlegel boys run it. I heard it was the fucking Parnell Street Dragons that have a shot to the title. TikToks, yeah. TikTok is something that needs to be fucking nuked. Yeah, I've noticed they're always coming up in like WhatsApp groups now. It's like TikTok videos. It's like, oh, fuck's sake. TikTok is pure narcissism. I could imagine. There was this one of these girls going like this with a glass of wine, and next thing they're in like sexy lingerie. But then there was this one dude who took the piss out of it by wearing a pair of briefs. He had his nuts sticking out of one of them. Oh, we got two messages held for review, is it? Up and coming fuckers. Ah, nice one. Hey, one of the mods take care of Daryl Shanley. Can't fathom what the fuck TikTok. I downloaded it once. I never bothered opening it, but I know my daughter, who's only 8, is saying, TikTok. I'm like, no, you're not getting TikTok. You know, you don't know who the fuck is out there. TikTok, like. Another one I didn't get on was Snapchat as well. That's another one. Didn't bother with it. Twitter was good crack back in the day, man. Now it's just like, it's fucking shite crack, like, you know what I mean? It's fucking shite crack. I seen you on Twitter last day getting cyberbullied by no men up the town. They wouldn't say it to your face, but they fucking say it on Twitter. Like, that's something you wouldn't see around Swinford, man. Like, lads going, I fucking seen you on Twitter the last day. The best part of TikTok is the people who take the piss out of lots of my friends have it, the cringe they put up on it. Oh, really, yeah? Fap chat. Facebook is where it ends for me. Kev Johnston, mate. Do you know what? See, the thing is, all these platforms were grand until they started just putting like ridiculous amounts of adverts on them, and then it just became too cluttered. Like YouTube is just it's it's just taking the piss now with the amount of ads. Makes me want to do another song on the old acoustic. Zuckerberg, Jack Dorsey, you're one who's the CEO of YouTube. Bill Gates is a wrong gun. Don't let him jab you in the arm. Don't blow the beans. Don't blow the beans, because it will be bad. Don't blow the beans. Blackie has no interest in Gates-based Radiohead. I realised at one stage, I was talking to my mate Tud, one of my playing tunes today, and I met this young lad. He's probably about 25, like young lad. But I said, "What do you play?" And he goes, "Oh, I play drums." He goes, "I play." I went, "What kind of stuff do you play?" "Oh, Oasis." And I was like, "Oh yeah, you'd be a happy man to know." And then I was telling that to my mate today. And he goes, I went, "Yeah, it's considered dad rock now. So we'd be like the Status Quo boys of the 90s, but we are dads. So we listen to rock and roll." But I mean, you go to concerts now, it's all like Wiz Khalifa and fucking lads with pink hair and tattoos on their face, and you're just like, that's the going thing nowadays. Like, you know, you go to like Lollapalooza or Reading Festival, it's not about the Nirvana anymore, or fucking just about lads Dilf rocking in the USA. Getting a bit fucking tired now. The old, is it edgy? The old 10K run's taken out of my brain. I had 2 hamburgers today. I kind of, you know, when you go through like a phase of cooking dinners, and it's like you might, you know, hit the pizza. I haven't cooked a homemade pizza for over a year because I realized that I thought I was being smart. So I started getting really good at it. I was like, this is fucking great, man. But what I would do is I'd like put 4 of them in and then just keep microwaving them. And eventually everyone got sick of them. And then I realized that I thought I was being smart by saving money from pizzerias, only to find out my electricity bill was more than the actual pizzas would have cost. So, but today I cooked two hamburgers. In the second round, I thought I'll go for a second one. But I didn't do the meat properly. It was a bit pink. So half went to the fucking dog. So quash over. Who's a pack of rent boys, thou bastards? My merchants. Oh yeah, that's something I want to talk about. Fucking James Corden, man. What do you make of James Corden? So I'd say he's I'd say what he is. He's an old street angel, house devil. There's a couple of lads talking about Ellen DeGeneres as well. Something never added up with her, man. I'd say these are the kind of people who, you know, if you've ever met someone who has like a really nice public persona, and you're like, they must be nice. Then you meet them in real life, and you're like, this fucking person's a fucking asshole, man. I'd say Corden's a bit like that. How the fuck did he make it so? What was that? What was it? Gavin and Stacey? I never watched that shit, man. Never watched that shit. Any good, was it? Everyone was like, next up on BBC, Gavin and Stacey. And everyone was fucking, Gavin and Stacey have a Christmas special. Gavin and Stacey will get this. That's what they'll get. The pair of them. Corden is a grade A cowl. Good. I like where this is going. Can we all start slagging off Corden for a bit? Just shite. Good stuff, Steve Hughes, mate. They seem to be the kind of people with the no eye contact rule. Oh, they're the worst, man. You know, when you're trying to have a conversation with someone and they're like this, they're talking at you like this, and they're going, yeah, and it was a good film, yeah, I enjoyed that, yeah. And what were you doing for your weekend? Was the weekend good, yeah? You're like, that's even more weird than when sometimes my the mother-in-law used to do that. She'd be like, if she was pissed off, she's like, oh, well, you know, you took time, you were late coming back, and I'm like, just look at me in the face, man. I'll get back to her. Heard some bodyguard try to sue Ellen because she hurt his feelings by not saying hi to him, or some it would probably, it doesn't surprise me. Like in America, you get sued for anything, man. I think people really get wet off the idea of suing each other. It's like, hey, you can't do this to me. I'm an American. You can't do this to me. God damn it. I know my rights. I was on a cruise ship there a couple of years ago, and that was a line I just kept shouting. It was like, you can't do this to me. I'm an American. Greatest country in the world. God damn it. Freedom and democracy. I know my rights. God damn it. Where's my attorney? I want my attorney. If I see that Corden lad, I make hands of him. Turns out that fucking carpool karaoke isn't actually him driving. It's just on the back of a trailer. That's some of the most fucking daftest shit ever, man. They don't even sing songs, but they live. You know what that shit started, man? That started the phenomena of pissed people sending you videos of them miming at like 5 o'clock on a Saturday morning. You know what I mean? And just like, why are you sending this? And they're like, this is fucking brilliant, man. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, all this kind of stuff. And you're like, the whole song as well is like 3 minutes of just taking up your fucking hard drive space with daft miming shit. The right to bear arms. Word. I always wear the suit, Danny. You know, I think I told you before I briefly met Danny Dyer. It's quite sound, actually. It's all right. It sounded like kind of, you know, you had to get in there quick before you got, you know, you were like, once he knew you were sound, it's like, it was all right then. But I'd say going on the piss with Danny Dyer would be brilliant. Wouldn't mind getting him on the podcast. That'd be brilliant. I'd be like, so Danny, you started off in an Errol Pinter play. Apparently he was saying once, I was doing Mark Gavigan. See, I wasn't going to mention the name, man. I wasn't going to mention the name. Can I ring you, Chris, for the crack? I'm ringing Gavigan. Let me ring Gavigan. Gavishgonian Dream Boy. That lad's on hash. I remember once someone had written wrote on the wall in Swinford years ago, are you on smunk? I think they tried to spell smoke, but didn't quite work out. Should I ring fucking Stateside, man? I'll ring Gavigan first just to see what the lay of the land is with him. Oh, I got a missed call off him. Oh no, I'll fucking give Gavigan the touch. There he is. It looks like a shit. It looks like an imam. How are you, Gavigan?
How are you getting on?
What's the crack, baby? Live streaming. Man, you look like some sort of Islamic cleric in that picture. Have you gone all Cat Stevens on us?
I've gone pure. Don't be an Islamophobe against me now. It's my beard.
Hey, tell me this. How's the form?
No major form now. Locked down.
Locked drunk or just fucking locked into the house?
Just locked in the gaff, mate. Fucking gotta just sitting at a computer watching you ramble on, my good friend.
Ramble on as in Led Zeppelin ramble on.
Yes. How's that? Watching lads do cool 90s Premier League quizzes, left, right, and centre.
Oh yeah, where was this?
I don't know. I seem to be tagged in. No, on Facebook. I got tagged in 2 quizzes from about the 1990s Premier League. I was just like, fuck, I can't be arsed with that shit.
Tell me this, Chris. Tell me no more. What are your opinions on Ellen DeGeneres?
Well, I don't know her personally, but
good diplomatic answer.
Would you believe anything that comes out that she's actually sound? She's a millionaire lesbian. How could she be set down?
Oh, she's a lesbian. I just thought it was a dude who keeps fit, does triathlons. She's always very well dressed, wearing suits and shit, man.
Pure fashion.
She's like, did you ever see that episode?
How's the cracking?
Or did you ever see that episode of The Simpsons when all the jockeys were after The Simpsons and they were like, yes, they all look a bit like that. Oh, she looks a bit like that. Yeah, things are all right. Not too bad. We've got Kev Johnson's in the mix. We've got Steve Hughes. We've got Kevin E. Murphy, Max Darwin, Shawneen, fucking Lucy, Max Darwin, John Kennedy. They're all there, man. You know what I mean? They're all in the chat.
How are things going in old Stockholm?
Sound, man. Just living a normal life. I noticed no one got back to me earlier on Twitter about. I put up a bit of a graphic there with what's his name, fucking Matt Cooper. No one got back. I just really feel like being antagonistic on Twitter lately, man, because it's just people are so easily fucking baited.
They love the old echo chamber vibes.
Keith Martin wrote on Twitter, "Is it true you have 20 grand hidden in a dirty sock somewhere in the viaduct in Castletown?" Fucking damn right.
Fucking, that'd be well spent at this stage.
Oh,
in and after Tesco's the whole time.
It'd be fucking spent on nudes of Ellen.
Have you given up on the pizza making, I heard?
Yeah, it's just fucking too much hassle. I think the oven is gone, man. It's only the grill that works now. Anne Hesh said Ellen is a demon in the bed. Do you know what? Anne Hesh is a good looking bird, man. She was nice in the in that was it skin. What was that plastic surgery shite that was? Had your man the fucking Dr. Doom or whatever his name is from some Marvel shite a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
What was the name of it? Fucking. Some program of plastic surgery, and one of them, he just looked like he had his eyebrows stuck on with Pritt stick. Nip Tuck. Phil McCracken, you got it, man.
Nip Tuck.
Gok-Wan. Hey, Peter, you know Gok-Wan is an anagram for go wank.
Nice.
Gok-Wan. Didn't he have his own fucking clothing line? And he was DJing there for a while as well.
Wasn't he flat out on Channel 4?
Wasn't he flat on Waffle Dust?
Would you blame him?
Himself and James Corden were just locked away in a fucking SUV out in Cincinnati, just smoking meth and fingering each other.
Singing to the Beatles.
Oh, man. He thinks he's the bee's knees, doesn't he?
He's a gobshite altogether.
Would I ever consider visiting the Democratic People's Republic of Korea? Absolutely, I would, mate. Get on the old Kim Jong's back, and be like, "Hey, Kim,
hanging around the demilitarized zone.
Kimmy, baby, what happened to you? I thought you died. You fucking scared us there for a while." Apparently, there's pictures of him. He was over in Ackle Island back in the day. He looked like a lovely little laddine. You know what I mean?
Having a great time.
It's like someone would have said to you back in the day, you know, his dad runs North Korea, and you'd be like, where the fuck is North Korea? Kev Murphy just wrote pure bummage.
North Korea, is that near Sligo, is it?
Yeah, North Korea town. County Korea's after you.
Mini Korea.
Oh man. I'd go to North Korea, but I'd say the food would be a bit shite. They'd probably bring in like special Western chefs just to put the facade up. Oh man, Eastwood FPS says, do a few speckled chats with Kim. Imagine the shite he come out with. Oh man, I fucking blew the uncle up there with a fucking anti-aircraft gun, man. I fed him to dogs. He fucking fell awful bad afterwards. I had to fucking show the boys I was hard, like. Your name is an anagram of Imminent Royal. Fucking hell, man. Didn't know that. Fair play, man. Imminent Royal. It's the name of the next fucking EP. Kim Jong out foot and turf and Kulchima. I'd say he wouldn't be doing much these days, though. I'd say he loves the Bensons. I'd say he eats Bensons and Monster. He smokes Bensons while eating shitloads of Monster Munch and drinking.
Why wouldn't he?
Hackenberg. He'd be
down to old young Kangas there recently.
Here. I missed his call. Martin King Jong and 1,000 harem ladies. You could ring for a Chinese, man.
Oh, don't you know well?
Kev Johnson's fascinated with Kim Kong and the DPRK. Have you ever been to China, Chris?
No.
You haven't lived?
I wouldn't mind going to China now. Probably get cheap flights.
Probably would, yeah. King Kong.
Be handy enough.
Yeah,
it's...
what about Kim Dong? The porno version.
He'd be would be swinging. Would it be low hanging? Was he?
Have you low hanging? Have you ever seen Screech's porno tape?
No, but I'd say it's pretty hilarious.
I'm gonna have to get some JPEGs up here and see what the crack is. Celebrity. It's on Pornhub. Sex tape. Dustin Diamond. Screech fucks bride in threesome. What celebrity sex tape? Dustin Diamond. Screech. Like, you know, like even when he tries, even in his porn career, he still refers to himself as Screech. Like that would have been like 18 years later. Fucks bride in threesome on Pornhub. I'm gonna
Did he go on the meth or something?
Oh man, check this. Check this. Red Light District. Screeched. It's called Screeched. What's it say? Starring Dustin Dirty Sanchez Diamond in Screeched. TV star gone wild. Scratch and sniff me if you dare, Dirty Sanchez. 2-disc set, man. Wow. It's basically, it's just like the same two women in, you know, it's like, it wasn't even like a compilation of different women. It's just him and them in a hotel room for about 3 hours, just taking chunk and talking shite. Apparently one of them farted into Screech's mouth. Wedding smashes. Nice one there, Sean. There he is in the bath, just like
Dustin Diamond, fair play.
Sure, Mr. Belding. Maybe the bonus tape was just him, 69, and Mr. Belding.
Yeah, he's a top actor.
Oh, here, right. Should we get stateside into a three-way call?
Yeah, go for it. That fucking lunatic.
Give me a thumbs up there if you want to get stateside into it. Oh, here we go.
Oh, here, Martin.
Yeah, we got stateside.
Cole.
We got fucking stateside in Howie Morton. So this is gonna be absolute folklore now. Stateside. Oh man, the crowd has gone wild.
Stateside.
Stateside. Yeah, here we go. This is gonna be stateside.
It's that's probably one of the funniest videos you've ever made.
Yeah, it's a good one. In case no one's seen the stateside one. Is he answering the phone or what?
No, it doesn't seem to be.
Oh man. Is it Stetsoid?
Are you still flat out drinking it up in the pub, say?
Yeah.
A great time in those
living it up, man, you know what I mean?
And you'd want to, I'll never turn down a night on the piss again.
How's that? Have you been doing much drinking from home?
Yeah, a bit, like, fucking, like, you know yourself, you're sick of the same four walls anyway. Got fucking really pissed there last Thursday.
It's funny because I got away with putting the 9 Inch Nails track, but it doesn't have the stateside one we did. I put 2 versions out. Here, for anyone who hasn't seen the stateside one, check this out. Here's Trent and stateside. So there's, for anyone who hasn't seen the stateside one, that's 4 years ago now, man. Seen Owen did a bit of work with Matt Chapman. Who's Matt Chapman? Who's Matt Chapman when he's at home? Is he relation to Paul Chapman? Baseball player. Tell you, Owen's taking the corporate coin now, isn't he, man? Oh,
that's true.
Lovely bit of coin. Bill Gates.
Do you see who he interviewed with earlier? It's old school. James P. Mahon. Same man.
Oh, I seen that, yeah. He tagged me in a couple of posts about that. Some crack was had back in that gaff till he accused Kofi of nicking his laptop, and I was like, I think he just made that up just to get rid of us because he knew that it was going to be a mad night of cracking. He was afraid one of us would steal the woman off him in the heat of the night.
Yeah, that was fucking great crack.
Ocean Campbell's back, fair play to him. Bill Gatesoid is one of the best ones. Paul Gadd. That's fucking Gary Glitter. Paul Gadd, hey. I remember seeing this. I think Paul Gadd, I'm not sure, but years ago in the Olympia, there was this dude who was supposed to be like a Russian singer, and he looked suspiciously like Gary Glitter with the bald head and the beard. And it's like, Russian singer, sensation. And I thought, is this basically Gary Glitter who like said in secret that he was going to bring people, he was going to come back, and he told all his fans that he was having like, he was a Russian singer, but then he'd get on stage and be like, come on.
No way.
You know, it takes some balls to be Gary Glitter, just like beguile the public into a gig. Or maybe they just be like, fucking hell, man, this dude does Gary Glitter covers, man. What's that all about?
Yeah, it's a bit strange.
False alarms after you. There's a lad uptown called False Alarm. He just went around talking shit and putting the willies up you.
Fucking Gary Glitter, man.
Yeah, up the Gary Glitter. Machiavelli job. Look, I'm gonna have to fucking shoot off, dudes. Thank you all for sticking around. Thank you all for the donations as well. It was very kind of you. And yeah, this rounds up this live stream. I'll be leaving this up anyway. And if someone fancies cutting them down into just the best bits, by all means, go ahead. But anyway, good on yous for sticking around. You're fucking sound. I might try and stick it to like...
Goodbye, internet people.
Yeah, Gavigan says good night. There he is. You can just see his avatar. Avatar. Are they going to make more of them fucking films? What's the crack? Good luck, everyone. You're all fucking sound. Martin's best bits. I mean, I should do it myself, but it would take a bit of time. I think you can actually do it in the studio and slice and dice job. Get the best bits. Put in some effects. All right, well, look, everyone, have a lovely night. It's been great crack hanging out with you. And, yeah, maybe Friday, man. Friday, we'll do it again. I do need a subreddit. Actually, subreddit might be the right job. And spread the word, man. Get your mates on here as well. We'll all hang out and have good crack. Good night, God bless. And if you can take it handy, take it twice. And remember, if you can't lift her, don't shift her. All right, Gavigan?
Absolutely.
All right, baby boy. Right, I'll talk to you guys later. End stream. Good night, God bless. Jar Jar Binks job. Good luck.